Happy Tuesday, second grade, and any others who might be listening. Today we are finishing our unit of Our Natural World, our Earth, with tiny creatures, the world of microbes. And this is by Nicola Davies. It's illustrated by Emily Sutton. All kinds of microbes and itty bitty creatures. Tiny creatures. You know about big animals. You know about small animals. You should can't tell there's an ant up here in the tree right there. Okay. So but do you know that there are creatures so tiny that millions could fit on an ant's antenna? So tiny that we'd have to make the ant's antenna as big as a whale to show them to you? They don't have eyes, heads, or legs, branches, roots, or leaves, because they aren't animals or plants. But they are alive. They are called microbes. And there are lots of them. A single drop of seawater can hold 20 million microbes. That's about the same number of people in New York State. A teaspoon of soil can have as many as 1 billion microbes. That's about the same number of people in the whole of India. In volcanoes or inside rocks, microbes live everywhere. The sea, on land, in the soil, in the air. They live in places where nothing else does, like volcanoes or inside rocks, at the back of your fridge. They also live on the outside and inside of plants and animals. Right now, there are more microbes living on your skin than there are people on the earth. And there are 10 or even 100 times as many as that in your stomach. Don't worry. Although some microbes can make you sick, the ones that live in you and on you all the time help keep you well. But even though they are too small to see, they are not all the same. There are lots of different kinds. More than there are different kinds of animals and plants. Some are tinier than others, as different in size as ants and whales. Okay, class. This is a paramecium. It's a big microbe. This represents... Hang on here. Gotta move the book. This over here is a poliovirus. And it's one of the smallest microbes. We'll talk a little more when we're done with the book about what this means to us. Some microbes are round. Some are skinny. Some look like shells. Some are squishy. Some have wiggling tails. Some look like daisies. Some look like spaceships. Some look like necklaces. Microbes can eat anything. Plants, animals, alive or dead, even oil and rocks. They're too small to have mouths, so they just soak up what they need through their skin. That's why the things microbes eat don't disappear in bites. They change slowly into something else. Food into compost, milk into yogurt. Rocks into soil. And when microbes are well fed, they are really, really good at making more microbes. They simply split. So where there was one, 20 minutes later, there are 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, starting with just one microbe of a type called E. coli, which of course would be far too small for you to see. It would take 11 and a half hours for there to be enough E. coli to fill this page. And 20 minutes later, they would split and double to fill 2 pages. That's why it takes only a few of the wrong kind of microbes, the kind we call germs, to get into our body to make you sick. They get in through your mouth, or through a cut, or sometimes through an insect's bite. Then inside you, they are warm and well fed. They split and split and split until just a few germs have turned into thousands and then millions. They're still tiny, but there are enough of them to make you sick. So, it's best to stop them from getting in. They're inside a tent with a mosquito net, so the mosquitoes can't bite them. Luckily, only a few kinds of microbes make humans sick. Most microbes are busy doing other things. If I stop on any page, this one is the most important. As long as you wash your hands with soap and try not to touch your eyes, nose, or mouth, most germs won't be able to get to you. Okay? But you have to do a really good job. And because microbes are so good at making more microbes, some of the things they do are very, very big. They can wear down mountains and build up cliffs. They can stain the sea red. They can turn the sky cloudy. They can make snowflakes grow. They recycle everything that dies to make soil so that new life can sprout. And then they help to make our air good to breathe. Microbes are involved in the process with plants being able to take carbon and release oxygen. All over the earth, all the time, tiny microbes are eating and splitting, changing into one thing or another. They are the invisible transformers of this world, the tiniest lives doing some of the biggest jobs. Microbes. Millions and millions of types are good for us. They help us digest milk. They help us digest vegetables. They help make the soil rich. But there are some that do make us sick. And we are facing a very bad one right now. The virus that has us not in our classroom is one that humans just haven't encountered before right now. And so it has a really, really easy time making us sick. But we're going to figure out a way that our bodies can identify it and take it out. And we just have to be patient. But we also have to remember that there's all kinds of small things that do good things for us. Like I said, you have microbes in your stomach and intestines that help you eat plants, because plants have a special kind of wall around the cell, and these microbes eat the cell wall and allow the nutrition into your system. So we have to be very careful with the bad ones. And I don't want you to ever think that you can just not take things seriously. You have to. But we don't need to be afraid of the good ones. We'll get through this. So, second grade, I am going to have you open up your notebook. And today I want you to give me one sentence about some of the ways that you can protect yourself from bad ones. I've given you a hint in the video. And there's a few other ways we can protect ourselves. In fact, Mr. Holman just recently got his mask so that he can, protect himself if he has to go outside. So, finally came in the mail. All right, so now, I also want you to write about, I told you one or two sentences about how you protect yourself from the bad ones. I also want you to write about how you feel about having good ones that help you out. Again, that help you to drink milk because of the lactose, or help you to eat vegetables. I know you're probably going to put that under the bad ones, but they're good. Okay, everybody, stay healthy, stay safe, have a good day, and tomorrow we're going to start a whole new unit with a whole different kind of story. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So, have a good day. Make sure you get outside and get some exercise. It is beautiful here in Billings. I'm going to go for a walk once my mask gets out of the dryer, and I'm going to go for a walk around my neighborhood just to get some exercise, because I can't sit indoors watching the computer screen all day. I have to be able to move around, and so do you. It's not just video games and movies. You have to get some exercise. All right. And that's going to be one of my questions tomorrow, I think, is what did you do yesterday for exercise? So get out there and get some. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you soon.